Our Athlete of the Week honors here at Wyopreps.com are presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Wyoming. I'm visiting with Lafe Files from the Lovell Mustangs, who won the Bowling Memorial Tournament in Douglas last weekend, going 3-1. It was interesting because you guys were kind of in the mix of a tough pool, but found your way to get to the semifinals and obviously won the championship, beating Torrington. How do you think the team played last week, Lafe?
Overall, I think we had a really great weekend. We off the bus, we kind of struggled, didn't play a real great first round to get against Evanston, but we came back, won a close one against Wheatland, and then the next day, I think we had our heads in the right spot, and we were just able to pull out two wins.
Late for folks that don't know, I had a 455 batting average last week, which was tops on the Lovell roster. He had 5 hits, including a triple, drove in 4, walked twice, stole 3 bases, went 1-0 on the mound with a 0 ERA over 5.1 innings. He allowed no runs on 4 hits, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, and that was in a win on the mound over the host Douglas Bearcats. As I mentioned, Lovell goes 3-1 to win the bowling tournament. How do you feel you did in your performance over the course of those 4 games?
I think just like the rest of the team against Evanston, I didn't have it wasn't my best game for sure, but over the rest of the weekend, I think I locked in a little bit, and I think just found my confidence, found my flow throughout the weekend, and I feel like I had a pretty decent weekend.
You guys have been, I don't want to say up and down, but maybe a little hot and cold at times. What do you kind of attribute that to right now as you're getting close to the end of the regular season here, Leif?
Sometimes it's just the way we come out of games. Like our energy sometimes is really high, and at other times it's really low. But when we can get our energy up, I think we're a really good team. Really good team.
You're third on the team in batting average. I think second in RBIs. You're second amongst the pitchers. Talk a little bit about how you feel like your season overall is going.
I feel like I'm having a pretty good year for the most part. I feel like since I've got moved up to the A level, this is probably my best year hitting, and I think I'm getting better on the mound every time I go out, and it's fun to go out there and compete and get better every game.
Taking you back to last weekend, how big was it for the team to win that tournament title the way you guys did? As you mentioned, you didn't get off the bus well, but you rallied, won 3 games over the next couple of days. Does you feel like gives you guys a little momentum at this point in the season?
For sure. I think it just adds on to some confidence to go down, win a tournament, and then see how like we can go from, a low point and we can just through the ups and downs, we can stick with it and we can turn things around. Just so I think that can show us what we can do.
Obviously, you didn't do it by yourself, so to speak. Who do you think also played well this past weekend for you guys that allowed you to win the tournament?
I think we have great defensive play for the most part. We've got a few all-state guys, Carlos and Tucker and Alex Hedges, and just I feel like we have a great defense. And I feel like every time I go out on the mound, I can trust every guy behind me, and especially my guy behind the plate, Cash. He's a great catcher. Just I love our defense. I think we have a great defense, and that's one of my favorite parts about this team.
Obviously, you guys have some big conference games coming up here later in the week. What do you guys focus in on here as the regular season winds down and you get ready for districts?
Just go out and do our jobs. Right now, we're in a pretty decent spot for our conference, so we just want to go out and take every game we can for the rest of conference play and try and just set ourselves up in the best spot we can for the district tournament.
Obviously, you didn't see everybody, but interesting to see some of the East teams that you hadn't seen last weekend. How nice was that? Maybe knowing you might see them down the line.
It was definitely good because sometimes you may not see those East teams till you make it to the state tournament. So it was nice to get a look at least, see what they're like, and maybe find ways we can game plan for them if we see them later down the road.
Got to ask you what it's like to play for Coach Jameson and your dad, who's on the staff.
Yeah. No, Coach Jameson's great. I think something he's awesome with is he builds a great relationship with every single one of the players. Like every guy on the team has a personal relationship with him, and I can't express enough how grateful I am to have Coach Munch because since I've been 13 coming up, it's just he's been a great guy. You can always have a conversation with him. You can always go to him when you're whatever's going on, you're feeling less confident or whatever. He's just always there. I feel like he just does a great job being there for everybody on our team.
Obviously gives you a little outlet when your dad's also trying to coach you, but be a dad at the same time a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, hey, Appreciate the time. Congrats to you and the Mustangs on winning the Bull and Wood Bat tournament. Thanks for joining me, and congrats on being our athlete of the week and representing Lovell baseball.
Of course, thank you very much.